We had a hot and long summer, weather a lot of us have never experienced before. With record temperatures, the need to stay hydrated became even more important. Now, summers like that will no longer be an issue, as Salisbury City Councillors voted to bring water fountains to the city centre, plans that began with resident Fiona Goodyear.
Well, the history is that Attica and I started talking about 2 years ago about the possibility of having maybe the first water fountain in our wonderful medieval city of Salisbury, and it sort of grew from there. And I personally think it's so important to us that we are, especially after the last few months that we've had, a nonchalant Salisbury, that we will rise again, and I just think this is a wonderful idea.
There's already one water fountain paid for, and Fiona and her brother are planning on paying for another in memory of their parents. She says that with a city like Salisbury, water plays a huge part in the community.
What it is, I mean, we are surrounded by 5 rivers. I personally come from the fringes of the farming community, so water is life. Water gives us our wonderful local food, grows our wonderful wheat for our beers, etc, etc, and we all foodies in Salisbury with our market town that we are. But this is important because this is not only my age group, which is close to retirement, but it's also for the young people and the visitors of Salisbury. It is for everyone. Salisbury is for everyone.
The motion was passed back in September, when a 10-year-old girl, along with her dad, gave a speech about the impact of plastic bottles on the environment.
Well, Daddy told me about it and I really wanted to help because I've always been kind of obsessed with saving the world and stopping global warming and stuff, and I thought it was a really good idea because it would really help with stopping plastic, and it would also make Salisbury look like a really good example to other cities and towns and places.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, because really the state of the planet is very much the thing about future generations. And that's why I was really keen to involve Rosie with it. But yeah, it's great. It's so hard to get these things done sometimes, and it started off as an idea we had, and it's now become a reality, and that's fantastic.
Rosie and Dominic had the support of some local councillors who were at the meeting where the speech was given. Some say the passing of this motion and the future installation of the fountains is being seen as a big win for both the council and the public.
Well, it's a really good example of democracy in action, really. So a few years ago the idea came up, and then ironically once I got into council, we had one of our council meetings where we invite our residents. A resident came up with the idea as well, so we knew we were on the right line. So from that, what we've had to do is obviously prepare the work to present to our group, and that involves getting costings, getting examples of it so people can see what it's done, which we got that passed. There's always a discussion, which is good. Open discussion is good news. And then the final result was actually getting it presented to a full council meeting.
Councillor Attica Hock has been involved with this idea from the very beginning.
Well, firstly, I'd like to thank my fellow councillors for them to accepting this motion. I mean, the whole idea is introducing the water fountain. As a councillor, our duty is to provide something that would benefit the local people and enhance the city. And water fountain is one of them, has more beneficial side to it than anything else. And as a councillor, this is my duty to listen to people. And one of the person has given me the idea. It took me 2 years, but the fellow councillor has come in, and I think it will be a wonderful initiative that will be. And in the future, I'm sure we will see a lot more of it.
Being involved for 2 years has meant Councillor Hock has become very passionate about this topic, and he is very happy to be at the point where they are now.
I'm delighted because also one of the things, as you know, I'm a portfolio holder for street scenes. It makes a big difference, and I'll be proud. And I think in the future as well, a lot of our councillors can actually see that this is something that we've done and we can feel proud of.
There is no current date set for the installation of the fountains, but it is hoped they'll be extremely beneficial to residents, visitors and the environment. Jack Deary, That's TV.